Good day, my dear moths and my ladies and gents. I hope everyone had a very nice Easter. I have been just so busy doing so many different things with my wool. There's something new that I have to show you. It's going to be listed. Avery will have them on tonight. But many of you have purchased the kit that was from the old bow tie quilt. So many of you that there are none of the good ones left. They're sold out. There are a couple that have had duplicate kits and they wanted to switch them, and I have included you in that. I've taken those out first to give you choice if you want this bow tie one or another one. But I have, I believe, 5 of the seconds. Yes, 5 of the seconds, which is, and this is the worst one really, it has a dark stain here. Now, if you're going to put pennies, which pennies would look nice here, it would be very similar to the quilt tie cushion with the piece of quilt as the base, but it wasn't quilted. This is quilted, front and back. So you could use this as a runner. You could use it as a cushion. I cut it as a table runner type thing. And then these are all the colors of the wool. You get 8 different colors, and you would cut your pennies from that if that's what you would like to do. You can do anything you want. You can cut animal shapes from these. You can cut triangles and have pennies and triangles with pennies with a penny in the center. Anything like that. So I have none of the good bases for $78 and free shipping. I have 5 of these. Everything is identical except the stains. You get all of those nice colors of wool. You get a binding, and now I didn't cut all of the bindings because I'm not sure if these will sell, and I cut all the D-kit bindings, and I have so many of those D-kits left, and I should not have cut the binding because if they don't sell, I've wasted the fabric, or I'll have to put it on with another something. But you're going to get the red, and I chose the red because there's a little red in there, and it's a 1.5 inch. So you would do just a very small, what I call a handkerchief binding. I think it would look good. So you have lots of that left, and just really small like that. I think that would look nice. And there are some places that are faded, and I'm just going to leave those in because that will just look wonderfully old and not new and aged, because that would be very difficult to do. So $58, stain all of your pennies, and you'll have extra wool. You don't need all of that wool for the pennies and the binding. I have 5 of those. Avery will have them on tonight, and it will be called the Suttle's Basket Bow Tie Seconds Kit. Bundle. We're not doing kits, we're doing bundles. So it's Suttle's Basket Bow Tie Bundle Seconds, and it will be $58. So that will be on tonight, only 5. Okay. Next is the extras that was left over. And I had originally thought that I would make sets with pot holders and a runner, which would be a hot mat, and you would put your pennies, and your red binding goes with this as well. And I thought, well, the runner and then 2 pot holders. But that's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have one bundle, and I'll show you what it is, and just get rid of it. But it is going to be very cute. Okay, you have a stain on that one. I have to watch my camera. Stain on that one, but if you're putting pennies on, stain on that one. But again, if you're putting pennies, you're not going to see that stain. This one's pretty good. Then you have 2 smaller pieces with the 3. And those are pretty good, those stains. And then you have 1, 2, and they're quilted on both sides. So 3, 4, 5 pot holders. You have the binding, the red binding for all of these. I will give you lots of binding. Then you have the Brother Moth packages. I'm giving you 2. That means you have 320 pennies all told for this. Now, because I'm putting it all together in one, and it's really a good bundle, it's well worth it, because these are $15 a piece. Plus, we were charging $3 shipping, but I can't charge shipping. Anyway, $78 for this, free shipping. But it's going to be so nice, really. And the pennies, you know, they fit. They fit really well. So, okay, one of those, it's going to be called Suttle's Basket Bow Tie Pot Holder Kit. That's what it's going to be called. Only one. Now, this is the next thing, which is what I've been busy doing. As many of you know, I have a lot of wool blankets. I've got quite a few old quilts because I've been showing them to you. But those two do not compare in any way to the amount of vintage linens that I have. Boxes and bags and just every sort of thing that you could think of. It's tablecloths, it's vintage tablecloths, fabric, handkerchiefs, and so many of these things. And this is going to be called the Tickle Trunk. Now, if you're not from Canada, I'm positive that Arlene and Georgia, who are from Canada, know all about the Tickle Trunk. And I will tomorrow, not tonight, I will send you a link and you can find out about the Tickle Trunk because it was pretty popular in Canada when we were growing up. So this is called the Tickle Trunk. I'm not going to do a bundle in this. I'm going to have different ones, like I'll have a Tickle Trunk where it's all old tablecloths and they'll be aged, and you can use those for the back of penny rugs or things like that, wool applique. I'll do them, there's trim. Remember the trim? Well, there's just, oh my gosh. bags of that trim. Not that in particular, just all different types. So they start out, all of these vintage old linens that I'm going to age, they are the Tickle trunk, but then they'll have a name unto themselves. And this one is going to be fancy work. The reason it's going to be fancy work is because when my family, my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, would do this type of crochet work or embroidery, even if it was just handkerchiefs or dresser scarves and things like that, that was very popular. They would say they're going to do some fancy work. They called it fancy work because of the very delicate threads and the way it's done. So, under a pound. This one is like 15 something, just under a pound. These are one of a kind. There are no two alike. So the one I'm showing you now, only one person will purchase that and get this because I have it done. It could be anything. So I'm going to go through and show you. And it's not by the piece, it's by the just less under a pound. I have aged everything. This is a clock. I'm not quite sure which way it goes. There, I think that's it. That's 1, 2, 3. No. It's on this side. Is it? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's a clock face. It's late in the day. What can I say? It's a clock face. But you could use that. Just maybe cut it out, something like that. It does have a hole here, so you would need to put something there. But that is a one of a kind. So we have the clock. This, I'm not sure what it is. But isn't it beautiful? I believe it is something, and I have a lot of them. The collars, the crochet collars, I think this goes to a dress or something. This may be the front, and then this goes around to the back or something. But isn't that beautiful? And again, everything is one of a kind. There's no 2 or 3 alike, unless it would probably be like a set of something, a set of napkins or something like that, but not in this bundle, not in the fancy work. Little pot holder, little thing on it. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to represent, but it's crocheted. And it's sort of thick. So I am including handkerchiefs in that because these handkerchiefs are so good if you want to make a little candle mat or something. Now, if you wanted to put that into a mat, just do the straight rows and you have your edging. This is the front. So those are really nice old fabrics. And of course I age them. They have stains, but you know, you really, I think, want stains for old rugs. There's another handkerchief, very thin. These are quite old. This one I put in, it's a Christmas one, but it's interesting because, and I never noticed this until I put this kit together. See? I think they put that handkerchief they put on a button somewhere on their clothing. Otherwise, why would a buttonhole be there? It's only on one side. All the rest don't have it, and someone just put that buttonhole there. It's so cute. I love these old things. That's why I collected them. But what am I going to do with them? I don't need them anymore. And it's way, way beyond collecting to display in a house, let me tell you. There's another one. It's the cotton, the feel of it. It's old. It's not anywhere near what you would find today. This is another piece, and I believe this is a something for a dress. I believe. Pretty. Gosh, there are a lot of these. There is one that I found. It's a bonnet, crocheted like this, and it goes on your head, and then you've got these long crocheted ties. I found that this morning. So one person will get that. This, very nice feel to it. A very long runner. Long. Now there are imperfections with these, of course, but think about if you're doing like a crazy quilt type thing, or some of the slow stitching or something like that, and well, if you want to, you could cut that, but that one's in pretty good condition. And then there's this. This is a nice, very old, and hand done. They stitched it on the back. They did the crochet. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Think of the hours that would go into that. I mean, I can crochet. I taught myself to crochet, but not to that type of perfection. Nowhere near. Just, look at that. Look at those stitches. I have so many hand crocheted edgings too. That's going to be separate. But that won't be the fancy. This is fancy work. And there's quite a few of them, because in garbage bag scenario type measurement, these doily things, crocheted things, I think I have 2 full garbage bags full, if not more. So there's going to be quite a few of these. Now I'm going to try and iron them a bit for you, just because I have this perfection gene that I just don't want to send them the way they are. But that is one bundle. Fancy work. The Tickle trunk. That will be listed. And that is $78 and free shipping. They are one of a kind. They are aged, and you could not reproduce them or even find them. So if you like that sort of thing, anyone that does primitives too, if like some of these, you could age them a bit more and then just cut pieces out. I mean, you could just cut that one there, and you could do little fancy things like that. So many ways to use them. Okay, so that is Tickle trunk fancy work. Under £1. No 2 are going to be alike. Everything is one of a kind, unusual. And I just wanted to show you, and that Avery will have that on the website too. just wanted to show you. Now this is what like would be in my garbage bags. This is what it looks like. And then I age it to this, which I like a lot more than this. I don't like that at all. But anyway, these are just a couple things that I wanted to show you. Oh, this is the hat. Okay, now I'm not going to show my head, but there's the hat. Whoops. There's the hat. And then there are these long things that were crocheted. Look, isn't that something? Unbelievable. Look at that. Amazing. So one person will get that. It's definitely not two. This is another one that was used for on a dress or something like that, for a collar. This, again, I have no idea what it is. What would that be? It's together. It's a little bad there. But what would that be? It's that, and then you go around, and there's another one. So do you think that that would be for your arm, and then this would be to connect in the back, and then your dress would be in there? I mean, how old are these? Very, very interesting. This is another, this is a wool. Well, not a wool, but it could be a wool, I don't know. It has a different feel, it's not cotton. But this is another one that it has its own little, can you see? Snap. Right now. Oh, and they got two snaps. Right now. Oh, there it is. 3 snaps. For goodness sakes. It's such fun finding these things. I mean, I have had these longer than I've been making penny rugs. I collected them. I just loved them because of my growing up with my grandmother's house, and all of these things were there from years ago. There it is. 3. And then it's that. Oh, how can I show you? There. Isn't that pretty? And you remember all of those embroidery books, crochet books, the little ones? I have so many of those. And then there are these. I have absolutely no idea what they are. They're a ball, crocheted. So what would they be? Like to take a bath? I don't know. I have 3 of those, but they're all different, not the same color. But I think I have a red one or something. I'm not fond of that. But then here's another one, and it's got sparkly crochet cotton. I have no idea, never seen those. Don't know what it is. But wouldn't they make nice flowers? Have one there and then put some other flowers with it, crocheted or something. So that is what is going on tonight. As soon as I upload the video and post to the 2 groups, I'll message Avery. Avery has been sick for the last 2 days. So this one with the one of a kind, under a pound, Tickle trunk, fancy work bundle, $78, free shipping. This is the Suttle basket pot holders. That is $78, and there's quite a few in there. Suttle basket, bow tie bundle, seconds, $58. 5 of those, 1 of the pot holder, and there'll be quite a few of the Tickle trunk fancy work. And that's going to be there later tonight. I would prefer, and I ask you, if you can, please use PayPal and not the Spotify payments. It's not much better for me because I can at least go in PayPal and keep track of the inventory and things like that. Otherwise, Avery has to download the orders and do a PDF and all of those things. So, if possible, I would ask that you would use PayPal. And that is it. I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter. I'm going to be on soon. I've just been so busy. I have a lot of show and tell for you. Some old quilts. Something very special I want to show you before and after from the die pots and that sort of thing. So thank you for being with me this far in the video. I'm just going to upload that from my phone. No covers, nothing fancy. I just wanted to explain what was going to be listed and how many, and most especially about the fancy work, the old things. Think of that as, remember when we would go and they would have these grab bags and you didn't know what was in them, but you wanted the surprise part of it? Well, everyone who buys one of these fancy work Tickle trunk bundles, no two are going to be the same, and you're never going to find things that were in there. It's really going to be like a wonderful surprise when you get your package. So thank you, everyone. As usual, I can't make a short video, but it's Jack time. Substitute Jack time. Oh, I miss Jack. Really, I do. So have a wonderful evening, and I will be on the group. I know I've been missing for a while. We did Easter last weekend, and then we were getting the orders out, and then the surgery, and all of that. It was just such a busy time. But I will be on tomorrow, and have a good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.